Welcome back, guys, to yet another episode of Let's Play RollerCoaster Tycoon. I apologize in advance. I'm having to record this a day before, so the day you guys are seeing this is Saturday. Today is Friday. I work pretty much all day today, so that's why this is going to be up, or that's why I'm recording it a little bit early. So if I don't have a chance to implement any of these suggestions you guys might or might not have suggested to me, that is why. I should be back to my regular upload schedule, which at the moment is daily. I should be back to that either Sunday or Monday, depending on how this weekend goes. So, if I don't get a chance to get to those comments, I will get them soon. So, one thing I realized after last episode is we did not build any sort of benches or trash cans or anything for our guests. So for this area here, we are going to eventually turn into a proper food court once we get more shops and stalls. For the time being, though, we're just going to line it with trash cans and benches, and I don't know about lights. I don't really know what lights do, to be completely honest. I've never noticed them doing much of anything. We're also going to can't position. Oh, you can't put a bench on a slope. That makes sense. I believe you can put trash cans on slopes. But benches give people a place to rest. They kind of like them. Trash cans give them a place to throw stuff away. Oh, did I ever hire another mechanic? No, I didn't. Oops. Go fix it. I'll have him cover all this stuff. Everything that's not that main ride we have. Oops. I'll just have him cover all this just so I can see that it's been done. That is completely my fault. Sorry, guys. Not that there's a huge line for it anyway, but then again, it's probably been closed for a while. Let's see what the actual issue is. That's not what it says. It right here. Safety cutout. I don't know what's so dangerous about that, but oh well. Anyway, what was I saying? I know the use for benches, I know the use for trash cans, but I really don't know the use for lights. It doesn't ever get to be nighttime in the park, so I'm not sure what causes that, or what benefit the lights have. That was a path. What are you talking about? Let me try to get back in the habit of this. Scrolling instead of panning, or other way around, panning instead of scrolling. Okay, enough of that. We've talked about it a lot, but we've never done it. Let's go ahead and hire a security guard for our park. Now that we have all these lovely benches and trash cans, and just have him kind of patrol the area. And let's also hire an entertainer. We'll hire 2 of them. I don't really care where they go right now. Maybe we'll fine-tune where they're positioned later. But for now, that works. Oh, and I forgot. You can actually change their costume. So this guy is a panda right now. Let's take a look at him. That's a cute little panda. Let's see what the Roman. I think that the Roman costume. I think that was a result of that Roman theme pack we unlocked earlier. Let's do a tiger though. Good old Tony. We'll actually name this guy Tony, because why not? Tony the Tiger. Lovely. Alright, so entertainers, they keep your guests happy if they're upset for waiting in line. I'll try to get... I don't know if we'll see it in this, but you'll see sometimes they check their watch, or as if they had watches. This game's not in high enough resolution to even put watches on them, but sometimes you'll see that they check their watch, and it shows that they're getting impatient. And you can see some of these benches are being taken advantage of. Some people like to sit down. This guy, what is he eating? I think you can actually see what they're holding. Yeah, he's carrying an ice cream cone. So you can see that he's enjoying his ice cream cone right there. And what was flashing earlier? What was that? Thirst. So he needs to stop eating his ice cream and go get something to drink. Okay, enough of that. Let's build something. What did we just unlock? The Ferris wheel? We'll add that to our kind of basic section. And then we will get going on the fun stuff. So, this is going to go... I don't know where I want to put this. We'll just kind of keep lining this area with rides here. We don't want to cover that bench up, so we'll go right there. Entrance there, exit right there. I'm trying to position those around the pathway here so I don't destroy any of the benches, because if I connect it right here on this tile, it would remove that bench right there, which would only give me half the amount of seating. So, not super important, but something I don't want to do regardless. Ferris wheel, we'll make this $1.50. And actually, let me close this down real quick. I want to see if this makes any difference. A backward rotation. See if that makes it any more fun, or I didn't have anything to compare it to, but I might check that off camera and let you guys know later. I'm really liking these wooden themed rides, and it looks like I didn't change it on this one. It just automatically built with that. So maybe whatever you last select is what automatically gets built from then on out. I'm not 100% sure, but that would be kind of cool if that's the case. What are people saying about this? Something more thrilling. Actually, I can do this. What are people thinking about this? Everyone just wants to go on something more thrilling. So it's not overpriced. People just want something that's actually fun to ride. So let's give them what they want. One thing I did a little bit of playing around in the menus here off camera between last episode and this one, and I was wondering why I started last episode saying that that this ride over here, the Dynamite blaster, how it was so much better than my wooden one. And I started looking through the details here, and it's something I never really did when I was a kid when I played this game. And I realized it kind of gives you hints about how to build them. So for this one, it says, the mine train is all about fast, smooth, twisted track and can be improved considerably by adding tunnels. And so that's something I wouldn't have thought. Like, this ride in specific, making it go underground adds more to this ride than it would doing that to another ride. With the wooden roller coaster, it's something I didn't do a ton of. A good wooden roller coaster is fast, has plenty of air time. That's not the cart actually launching off the track. That is, if you've ever been on a ride where you're going so fast over a hill and you drop so quickly that it feels like you're weightless. You feel like you're lifting out of your seat, basically. Or if you've ever been on any of those kind of drop towers where you just are sitting up top, or you get raised up to a really high elevation and then all of a sudden you just drop and you fall to the ground. And I just realized I'm gesturing with my hands right now and you can't see that, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop that. Anyway, that's what airtime is, that feeling where you're kind of out of your seat. So making a ride go over a hill like this at a high speed, they're not really going to feel gravity for a second or two when they're on that portion of the ride. So it tells you they want plenty of airtime, some lateral G's, steep drops, and is designed to feel out of control. Had I taken that into account when I was building that this winter, probably would have had a little bit more success with it. So I'm going to start paying attention to those. And as I say that, I look at this one, and it's not helpful in the slightest. Cheaper than other types of roller coaster, but can't be built as tall. That's really useful. Thanks, game. So this is the Crazy Caterpillar. We're not going to build this one. We're going to do custom, like usual. But this is the pre-built. I got it right this time. This is the pre-built roller coaster. It kind of intertwines quite a bit, and it's not too steep. It's not too crazy. So we'll try and kind of mimic that design. I don't know why I just closed out of that. Okay, let's go back to that. Build a custom ride. And where do we want to build this? Where would be a good spot for this? We could do it on this hill, but that's going to get pretty expensive. I'd rather save this hill for when we have more money. Because if you guys remember, I mentioned earlier in a couple episodes ago, the higher the supports get to sustain that piece of track, it doesn't matter if it's the same piece of track. If you build it, if I were to build this here, actually, I'll just show you guys. So that station cost me $33. This one's going to cost me $35, $37, $39. The supports are getting taller, so it's getting more expensive to build. If I build that on a flat plane, $33, $33, $33, $33. the supports aren't factoring into the cost because there are none. So I don't mean to rotate my view. I wanted to rotate the piece. Oh my goodness. 2, 3. There we go. Okay. Let's build this. We'll build it right here. We'll make it kind of go between the cacti. Not cactuses, like I said last episode. Cacti. I can grammar. So let's build this right here. Why not? Yeah, it seems to default to the... oh, that's cool. The station type mimics that as well. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should be good. And this one is really cool because you can do curves. Oh, nope. If I click the right button, that might help. So you go up, you add a chain to it, and you can do curves with a chain. So you can go up at an angle, which is kind of cool. Well, you're already going up at an angle, but you can go at an angle in 2 directions, I guess. So we're going to have them go up just to kind of save space, and then we're going to stop right there. I think that's high enough. And then let's give them a good drop to start through the cactus field. I don't know how tight I can make this. I want to try and bring it right here through these cacti and back this way. I don't know if that will work though. I just did the same thing twice. Can I? I can go through that one, but now we're going to have to get rid of this one. Okay, I should be able to clear that still. That's at height 9, so that's 3 blocks, or 3 height levels of difference, so that should be fine. That's going to be too high. You never want to go higher than what you started at, just unless you have some sort of power. Some rides allow you to put basically boosters on the track. So I don't have any of those, so... I'm trying to do there it is. So you can do a helix, which is basically it wraps tightly. Oh, I don't want to go up. I want to go down. Helix down small. There we go. And these are kind of cool because you can make really unique shapes. It's kind of doing a figure 8, but not, if that makes any sense. And then here we're just going to take it out and turn it like normal. And then we'll have to drop it. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. We'll go down this way. Back up. And again, let's see if we can go up through this ride. We'll see if that makes this ride any more exciting. I still have the numbers written down from last time about how exciting this ride is. I could just check it as well, but after we added the scrambled egg sizzler, the sizzling sidewalk egg, whatever the heck I called that thing. See if I'm trying to get this to... I don't know if I can. Let's try this. Will that work? Yes, it will. We're doing it. This is going to be kind of fast. I'm somewhat worried about how intense this is going to be. But we'll figure it out. And I think we started this with about 10 grand. This is a really cheap ride to build. It's kind of awesome. Oh, look at that. It raises it 1 tile, but it takes it all the way over here. That's really cool. Ooh, and then what if we continue this helix, but tighten it up? That's kind of cool. All right, we'll start doing some up and down action here. And with this one, you can go directly from the steep slope, which is, I think, a 60-degree slope, to this, which I think is 25, 30? I'm not sure. But not that it matters too much. We'll do another steep one. What did we come from height-wise? So we're at 13 here. The last highest height was at 15. So we're down to 13. We'll go up to 13 again. Still have some momentum. And I'm going to add a brake here just to make sure we don't end up too fast. And you can determine how slow or how much these brakes are going to act upon the ride. You can set the speed it's going to reduce it to. So this is going to be something we'll have to test and then come back later and make sure that we didn't, or that the speed is appropriate for the ride. So after that, we'll give them a drop. I need to make sure we're not going to run into anything here. Oh, that's perfect. No, it's not. Need to cut it to there. Flatten this out. I'm liking how much this is weaving over top of everything. It looks kind of cool. All right. We'll go here. We'll helix down, doing probably this small. Yeah, I want it to end up, I want it to come out this direction. I wish I could do maybe I can. Maybe if I just do that and go down. Yeah, that'll have to work. All right, so now we're on ground level again. We might actually dip this one underground, do a twist, and come back up right there. I think that's going to have to work out if I want to preserve these cacti. So we will do just that. Let's get a view we can work with here. All right, we're just going to start going down right here. So down once there, twice here. And then we should have our tunnel. Wonderful. And I'm going to keep it right, or as high as I can underground. As soon as I click this, it should take me into underground view. We're just going to loop this around here. And you can see, I'm trying to find the tile we're at. I think we're right here. Yeah, okay, so we need to back this off a little bit. So the tile we need to end up on is this one right here. So we are, man, I keep losing my place with this. Okay, we're on it right now, so I need to back it off 2, curve it, and tighten that up. And we should be able to meet back up with the track. So let's actually flatten that out, make it go straight for a little bit. And then we'll go up 1. I'll need to lower this 2 blocks. 1, 2. Down once here. Or I can even, I'll show you guys this. If I lower it once on this side and once on this side, it makes it flat like that. It's more expensive. Each change you make, doesn't matter how much of the tile you modify, whether it's one corner or the entire thing, each change you make costs $20. You can also expand it to modify more tiles at the same time, and that would cost $80, and so on and so forth. So, newsflash, it does rain in the desert, so you can see who's bought umbrellas already, and they're about to go to town and buy even more. Let's finish this ride real quick. And while it's raining, I'll come back to this in just a second. I want to make sure that we built an information kiosk over here, which we did not. I think we built that before this was in existence. So we'll go ahead and add that here. And we're actually going to make this a different umbrella color. It's kind of a thing I've always done. I will make different color umbrellas for different kiosks so I can tell which of my guests purchased umbrellas from which information kiosk. I don't know why I do it. I just think it's kind of funny. Or not funny, but it's unique. It's different. And it kind of, you can tell who bought one when and who bought it from where. Because that first kiosk I built, as soon as, oh, that's not the kiosk. The first kiosk I built at the very beginning, as soon as we got it, this one I built obviously just now. And so now I can tell who were some of my original guests and who are some of my newer guests. Assuming they all buy umbrellas as soon as I open it, which I realize is not the most accurate, but okay, we'll do the entrance down here. This is going to be, I was about to say, this is going to be a really long entrance. And I still might make it kind of long once we give this a test, once we build an exit here. Let's see where I can even put an exit. Can I put one there? All right, beautiful. All right, let's double check the cart style. So Ladybird cars, you can see how they look right there. 2 cars, or 2 trains with 10 cars per train. It was what it defaults to. If I drop this slowly, so 2 times 10, that's 20 total cars. If I drop it to 8, I can get 3, so that gives me 24. So this will allow me to seat more people and make more money. So I try to do that sometimes to maximize the amount of money I can make from a ride. But we're going to test this real quick just to see how intense it is and how long I should make my line to be in accordance with that, or if I need to modify it at all. Because if it's awful, I might demolish it and start over, or at least parts of it. So, it's a learning experience. Oh, that doesn't even have the juice to get up. Okay, good thing we tested it. That's a simple fix. All I'm going to do here is take this part of the ride and so right clicking on it selects that individual tile, left clicking on it brings up this, which I don't want. So we'll leave that there, and you can go forward and backward on the track. It's all relative to where the station is, so forward on the ride would be the right arrow, even though the back arrow moves us to the right. It's all relative to where the start of the ride was. So I'm going to see about making that 1 block higher. So I'll add a straight bit here, and then the 2 curves. And we'll see how that affects it. So we'll need to connect this. Okay. Sorry, I'm so quiet right now. I'm trying to think about how this is going to all connect up from 2 sides at once. Okay, there we go. Let's give that another test. I'm really kind of bummed. As soon as I figured out it gives you details about how to build it, the one I decide I want to build next gives me no heads up as to how it needs to be built. So, we'll see how this goes. Let's hope we can even make it up this time. Whee! Okay, we're picking up speed again on our downward small helices. Oh, this might not have enough juice. Or it'll have just enough. Beautiful. I was worried about this being too fast, and we're definitely not going to need these brakes. We're going to need the opposite of that. We need a chain lift. That is sad. Okay, so let's fix that. So demolish this. I will get better at this whole building thing, I promise. We'll just add chains up until height 13, just so we can... There we go. I will get better at this whole building thing, I promise. It's been, like I said, I don't even know how long, at least... This game came out 18 years ago. I played it probably for 3-4 years after it came out, so it's been at least 12-14 years. Oh. So I need to keep this up right now. I accidentally let 2 cars out of the station. If this doesn't have enough oomph to make it up any of these hills, and it starts moving backwards, it's going to run into the front of this one, and they're going to explode, which will cause this ride to... Even if I change it, it's still going to have it's going to leave a bad taste in people's mouths about this ride. So even once I open it, even if I change half of it, they still associate it with the same ride and it being dangerous. And their comments will be that they think it's too dangerous to ride. Suspended roller coaster. All right. That might be coming next. I'm glad though. I was worried about this being too quick and too intense, but it turns out that it's not intense enough. It's underground right now, and that works beautifully. Wonderful. All right, let's wait for these test results. We'll see how it does. We'll build some pathways while we wait. Please be good. Please be good. I got my fingers crossed right now. Literally and figuratively. Does it have to wait for that second car to come back too? Which, it's already back? What is it doing? We'll keep testing it, I guess. I don't know what's taking so long. Anyway, back to building paths. I'm hoping this is popular. Okay, I will take that. High, high, and high. That is actually not too bad. I was expecting much worse. So that walkway is there. Okay, I want to knock these all off by one. Okay, because I want this path right here to extend out in this direction. And eventually, I will most likely have this path kind of lead off into this general area. So I need to learn the keyboard shortcuts for this game. I know they exist, I just haven't looked at them or really played with them at all. So that would help quite a bit with zooming in and out and all that stuff. So okay, that is our good ride. Let's open it up. Let's charge. What are we charging for that other one, the pre-built one here? $3? Let's do this the same. I think that is just as good of a ride. And everyone seems to agree. I don't think a single person has turned away from it yet. Right as I say that, just looking at it makes me feel sick. That's funny. That usually means the nausea rating is, where are his stats? Nausea tolerance, none. And this has a nausea rating that is high. So that explains that one. What should we name this one? I have one that just popped in my head. A lot of my names, you'll find out, have alliteration to them. This is going to be the Cactus with an S, not a C. Cactus Cruiser. And we're going to make this kind of cactus themed, or at least colors. I kind of like the support. It's kind of a gross, ugly cactus color. We'll make this... Is that the same color? Yes, it is. We'll make this a lime green, and this will do a dark green. No, let's try a gold. Yeah, it's not the... Let's flip those, actually. It's not the prettiest color combination, but yeah, that's a little easier in my eyes, at least. I don't know about you guys. And then we're going to do different colors per train. So train 1, we'll make gold with green seats, lime green seats. Train 2 will be lime green with gold seats. And train 3 can be a darker green with that color seat? I don't know what that would be called. If you know what that color is, please let me know. It's a gross kind of puke green is how I would describe it, but if anyone has a more delicate color description for that one, or description for that color, it would be much appreciated. Alright, we're going to wait for a full load. This seems like it's definitely going to be a popular ride. We'll keep this full. Everyone seems to be more than happy to pay $3. What are these people saying? I'm happy with this ride. I think this kind of redeems me from building that awful, or not awful, but not so great Splinter 2 episodes ago. I love the audio of this game. Their screams. I don't know if they scream on these helices. Only on steep drops, I think. Okay. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to check. This ride. Where was it? This one right here. Which no one is riding. Something more thrilling, more thrilling. What's everyone saying? Why is no one riding this? Not paying that much. So someone thinks it's expensive. So we'll drop the price to $1.50. See if that gets anyone to go on the ride. But in the meantime, what was I checking? The excitement. So it's now 3.25. So at the end of last episode, after just having the scalding egg sizzler right here, or the sizzler, We also built the child slide and the Ferris wheel 1, which I need to rename. And we had an excitement rating of, hold on here, let me check one sec. So it was 3.06 to start. We built this and it upped it to 3.07. And now we have an excitement rating of 3.25. So this has actually gotten more exciting now that, I think it's because of this, but now that we have a roller coaster weaving through it. So that's something I tend to try doing for that very reason. It makes it more exciting at no expense to intensity or nausea. So $1.50, we'll make you $2 and we'll give you a name that's not that. What is circular and spins through a desert? A tumbleweed. Tumbleweed. So if you guys haven't picked up on it yet, this kind of this park, and probably moving forward slowly from here on out, is going to be more and more of me just making my park look good and rearranging stuff and making cool rides and kind of theming things. Last park on Forest Frontiers was much more tutorial based, but once we get through most of the basics, there's still a couple tabs up here I have yet to cover and a couple features on some of the rides. And obviously we're always going to be building new rides because a lot of them are locked off even if you have maximum funding for 4 years or 3 years in this case, which, wow, we're already on year 2. That went really quick. Let me paint this real quick, but some of the rides aren't even available no matter how long or how much money you put into researching them. So that is kind of gross. That's a little better. A little bit too much yellow though. Make this brown. Is there a darker brown than that? I know that's not brown, but oh well, that will work. I like it, kind of. We'll leave it for now. Man, I need to get a couple extra mechanics at this part. He's going, but I'm not going to give these guys specific footpaths. I just want additional mechanics. Whenever mechanics get called, whichever one is closest is usually the one that picks up the call. Every once in a while, they won't be the one for whatever reason. I'm not sure what causes that, but they're supposed to be the original one to take the call. Or the first one to take the call. Why is no one riding my merry-go-round? Drop it at 80 cents? Yeah, we're losing money on this thing. Profit minus $49 per hour. Again, what is everyone thinking? Not paying that much? Oh my goodness, this is a charitable ride at this point. Can we get anyone to ride this thing? Yes, we can. Okay. 50 cents it is. I don't know what causes the price differences. I had it, I think, at least at $1 at Forest Frontiers and never had any issues with people not wanting to ride it. But actually, with those mechanics, I'm going to give one of them. For my big rides, I like to designate a mechanic solely for that ride, because if they break down, I want them being as reliable as possible. And also, it looks like I need a handyman in this general area. We'll hire one just for this area, because it looks like people are hurling quite a bit after this ride. Cover this area in case I add another small ride right there, which I probably will. Yeah, we'll have him just cover that area there. That looks good. Handyman 5. Thank you very much. Let's see if I can even up the price on this a little bit. I don't want to get too greedy and have no one ride it, but for the time being, I think that's okay. So let's go ahead and add a couple benches here just to beautify. Not even beautify, but make sure. Actually, I'm going to build another restroom here as well. I forget what tab the restroom was on. Just so that these people will have somewhere to go. I'll do it right at the exit there. And this is free. All right. Okay, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I have no idea how long this episode is. The previous episodes, I've kept a timer going next to me just so I can kind of make sure I'm not overdoing it. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. Please let me know what you guys think of the Cactus Cruiser. If you think it should be recolored. I'm starting to not like this color scheme as much. I might keep it, I might not. Who knows? Actually, as I say that, I'm wanting to change it. I think a bright yellow would look give a little more contrast. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. If you have any feedback on this coaster in specific or my park in general, please let me know. Like I said, I will be at work almost all of today, or at least I'll be at work when this video goes up. So I won't be seeing your comments until Sunday, possibly Monday, depending on how my weekend goes. So I will catch you guys on the next times.